both of our faces. Hi, I'm Lou with another episode of My Car Story. Today I'm in Carlisle, Pennsylvania at the Chrysler Nationals. If you want to see a great car show, take a look at the description of this video and you can see the link and check that out. And today I'm with Mark. Mark, your last name?
Tantillo.
And Mark Tantillo, and he's got a great car from the 70s. What year, make, and model is this one?
It's a 71 Plymouth Duster 340.
And you were telling me those don't get much respect, but after this video, you be the judge if
We're
this one
hoping
gets
that they start to gain some ground.
This will help. Take a look. All right, so let's go right to our featured attraction. Stand right alongside me, and we'll take a look at that. So here we have our grill. First of all, we've got it in the sun, a great color. What color is this one, Mark?
This is GY3 called Curious Yellow.
Curious Yellow. Interesting how we have the grill that kind of juts out right in the center, just like so. Taillights, or turn signals, I should say, nicely spaced. The Plymouth badge, and let's take a look at this from the side. Now the 340, I'll tell you right now, if people don't have some respect for it, I remember I had a 351 Cleveland Ford, and I remember a 340 taking me out pretty bad.
Yes, the 340's been insulting folks for a long time.
It's a surprisingly...
Since 1968.
Right, it's a surprisingly quick motor that we're showing people right there. Obviously, we've got the gas cap here, self-explanatory, the 340, not a lot of chrome trim. What do they call these, the rally wheels?
Rally wheels.
Rally wheels. We'll take a look at the inside. Notice the windows pop out.
Yep.
We've got the sport mirror here, and we'll take a look under the hood.
Okay.
We've purposely put it in the sun, and that's really well done, Mark.
Thank you very much.
How long did it take you to do this?
This was a one-year build. We had a lot of friends and help.
That's pretty good.
Yeah, that was very good. We got very lucky.
Got the ignition module, all of the badging, as you can see.
That's the correct air cleaner. You see there's no tubes coming off it. It's just taking in air from these two ports.
Two imports, right. That really looks good. Now I'm just going to do this for people because it's actually that way. So let me do that. And now I'll slowly turn it back around to the build tag. And notice it not only has the build tag, but that little piece there as well, which is correct there too. Just nice and clean, pretty lightweight car. Tell me about this up here in the fenders. There's something unique there. Why do we have these holes
So
there?
These are 1971 only fenders, from what I was explained, and this is allow you to get the wrench in here, so if you have hood pins, you can get to the hardware for the hood pins.
Hood pin here, hardware here.
That's correct, and in 71 only, this is where they had the holes for that.
For the hood pin option, got it. We've got dual horns. Let's start it up, shall we?
Sure.
Very smooth. Let me listen to it idle for a second.
We got the buzzers working. Let me close that door.
You know what? Jump in for a second, step on the brakes, let it idle.
Okay.
Let me listen to it idle. Sounds pretty healthy. Go ahead, Mark, give it a rev. There's a body rock too. One more time. Very nice. All right, we'll turn this one around. So I shared with you we'd turn it around and the sun's hitting it just right. No missing that Duster 340, so no one's kidding around with that because it is a little tornado, as you see right here. So we've got that great Duster emblem there. Let's open the trunk, shall we?
Sure.
Car's got a great color. No one's gonna miss that. You've got your dual pipes there. One is obviously gas coming in. The other one is ventilation. We have our jack instructions. No trunk and treats in this one. But you can see all the proper, how they badged it up in the back seat.
Insulated.
Insulated, exactly. All right, we'll close that. May I open it?
Yeah, sure.
Thank you. So as I open it up, we start here with your tag, similar to the one underneath the car. Very plain, but simple. You've got the vinyl, nice little touch of wood grain here.
Yeah.
And then the almighty Duster. I like that they actually put that there. Taking a look at these seats. Now, why did you get this car out of all the cars in the world?
So this car here, because like I said, it reminds me of when I was a young boy.
Yeah.
On bicycles. A friend of ours, older brother, had a white one. And
Yeah.
I loved, we used to ask him to do burnouts all the time in the car and stuff.
Did he do them?
He did them all the time. He had a 4-speed one.
All right.
And back in those days when we went for a ride, he used to ask before you got in the car, if you got a comb in your pocket, get it out. So you had to take your comb. You remember we used to carry combs back in the day?
He made sure that you didn't just wreck his seats.
So you didn't wreck the seats.
So
and
you
it was
didn't
just
wreck
a
his
fun
seats.
car. And I always thought these cars were just so much fun. And
Great
they do
seats,
well.
too.
You know, they perform really well.
Yeah. So you've got your lights. Now
That's a rally gauge package. That's the rally dash.
Right here.
Yep.
Now, although people know quite a bit about cars, I like to show them something that maybe they've never seen before. So there's no Duster or Plymouth there, just this Plymouth logo there. Tell me what that is down there above.
So above the headlight high beam switch, that is a pump for your windshield washer fluid. You would have to pump the fluid onto your windshield.
So that's a windshield fluid pump.
Isn't that crazy?
That is crazy.
Sometimes when you go to hit the high beams, you get a little juice on your window.
That is absolutely great. Well, what a great car. So let's take it for a ride.
Sure, let's go.
All right. The 1971 Plymouth Duster. Listen to that sound as we go through the tunnel. We'll take a little look at where we're at. So you've got a story on this car. What's the story with this car?
So this car here was the purchasing story.
Yeah.
This car was purchased from a shop teacher named Terry Lindley, and he used to teach auto body at a school called Central Academy, CATA, in short. And he was retiring, and he asked to borrow the corner of one of my shops so he can finish this car to eventually want to sell it.
Okay.
So he purchased this from a student of his uncle.
Okay.
And anyway, so Terry brought the car. I told him, sure, no problem, he could use the corner of the shop. And he brought the car in, and I came into the shop one day, and I saw this car sitting there, and the color and everything was like just sitting there staring at me. And I'm like, I called him up, I said, Terry, I don't know if this car's leaving. I think I want to buy this car, like now, and not let you finish it. We'll finish it. And so he's like, oh, really? And so we couldn't come to an agreement back and, you know, on the terms of sale and everything. And I didn't want to get in his way of, you know, selling the car at the point that he wanted to get it to and then sell it.
Sure.
So I just let him finish it off, and he wound up taking it home. Well, a year gone by, and a friend of mine said, you know, Terry still has that car. I said, it's impossible. He had so much activity on it.
Yeah.
It has to be sold. He goes, I don't think he ever sold it. It's in his garage along the back wall.
Wow.
He ain't doing anything.
Okay. Yeah.
Left you? Sure. So I called him up right away, and I said, Terry, you still got that car? He goes, I sure do. I said, well, now I'm going to buy it. So the shop car became your car. That became my car. So it was sitting in the corner of the shop, and then we finally were able to talk him into selling the car, and we agreed on a number. And in fact, when I finished the car, I took it to his house. He was almost in tears because when he was a young boy, he was at the dealership to buy this, but he couldn't afford it. Okay. And he wound up getting a red 318, which he still has, which now has a 340. Is that something? And so he took his shoes off, left them in the driveway, and sat in the car with no shoes on. And his wife was over there, and his arm was on the armrest, and she's rubbing his arm. And I said, "That's fantastic that you. I mean, just love to see that." He's just that passionate about this car. Yeah, and I said, "You all have to go on a date night with this thing, and someday he's going to have to do that." But he took off with her and went for a ride. Yeah. And it brought back memories. He was almost in tears. I mean, it was beautiful to see. That's cars do, you know?
They bring the emotion out of you for absolutely
Yeah.
sure. Well, what an amazing ride. Sure. What an amazing ride. What a great story. I'll just show people a little bit of Carlisle where we're at as we're driving back. How nice is this? Cruising into this. Do a little acceleration here. It brings a smile on both of our faces. That's a great ending. So thanks so much for getting us getting this car out and getting the chance to do a little My Car Story video. Thanks so much for doing a video with me.
Thank you for doing it.
You're welcome.
Appreciate it.